Më datën 1 prill nisi Dam Festi me hapjen e edicionit të tretë të garës së kompozitorëve të Ballkanit në Prishtinë, me koncertin e një duos nga Minheni, Natyra piano dhe Daniela elektronik. Daniela është performuese live. Fillimet i ka pasur si vokaliste dhe i bie disa instrumenteve të ndryshme. Është një artiste autodidakte, kurse Natyra ka kryer Universitetin e Muzikës dhe Teatrit të Mënihut. First of all, welcome, I guess both of you, because I think you're living abroad, right? Okay. Yes. So welcome to Prishtina city. Is this the first time that you're here?
For me, it's the second time. Okay. I was one time with Pasdite.
Oh, yeah.
I say it right, Pasdite.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was different. And
Okay.
yeah.
So you were playing at Pasdite?
Yes.
Okay.
Was with German Embassy, I think, cooperation and like house and techno. Yeah, it was a cool night with German artists. Yeah, and tonight it's a different context. Was a different context. I'm very excited about it.
So how did you guys meet?
You want to tell?
I can tell.
Yeah?
Yeah. We met in Munich. It was one of the last party, open party before the pandemic. It was the 8th of March, Women's Day, International Day, and there was a club in Munich which was playing only with female DJs, and I happened to be there with a friend of mine. And then I was thinking, oh, this is really nice music. Who is this DJ? Daniela. Okay. I go home the next day live act. And then I was impressed. And then I searched and I see, oh, she played in Hapsira in Prishtina. So I have to really write her, get in touch and write her and say, hey, it's so nice that you played in my hometown. So we met and then we said, yeah, let's do something together. And since then we know each other. And
Yeah.
this was our first live performance together.
I was going to ask, is this the first time you're performing together live? Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's. I mean, it's exciting and it's an honor, I guess. It was beautiful. Can we talk a little bit about you being in Munich? So, were you born here or were you born in Germany? What's your story?
I was born in Gilan. We moved to Prishtina when I was 11, and I lived here until I was 19. And then I went to Germany alone to study for my bachelor, and then I finished my bachelor studies in music performance, and then continued my master's in Munich, which I finished last year.
So I saw some videos where you were again with other, should I say, artists. You were doing improv as well. Mm-hmm. Is that something that you really enjoy? Is that something that you find yourself in?
Yes. I started free improvisation 6 years ago, which is completely the opposite of playing classical music, because there is no notes, no structure, no nothing. And then you're just left naked in the stage. And then you think, oh, can I play this instrument when I've been only playing notes and interpreting music from composers like Mozart and Beethoven, which I love, but I was also keen to just write or just play my own music, and also as a reflection of the now, because that is just the present, the most present you can be when you free improvise. So I love meeting people who also share this passion, and I want to continue doing this. Yeah.
How were you feeling during the performance? Either one.
Oh, I had moments where I was very enjoying it. Like I was alone somehow with Daniela together, because also the public was quite dark. Yes. You couldn't see.
Yeah. That was a very good point.
Yeah. And it was nice. It was very intimate surrounding, and I felt like the public was in the beginning just until they came, but then it took over a little bit, and I could feel that everybody was there, but I was not so stressed anymore, and there was just moments I could really enjoy. Yeah, and for those moments I live.
Yeah, same for me. Just same for me.
Stage, yeah.
Just the risk of technical issues is always there. That's a problem with technology. Yeah, sometimes the machine. Yeah, we go on, but in the end we had a small thing. No one probably noticed, but I was had to restart the machine, and yeah.
No, I didn't notice. So yeah.
Yeah, the
I guess
last
probably nobody,
that's good, but for us it was.
I just didn't make a face, and then no, but
I was smiling.
yes, but we had some really moments where I got really like a really good feeling here. Yes. I think.
Were you expecting this kind of setup, or were you expecting people to dance and to react, or were you just expecting this kind of like a quiet, intimate audience, I guess?
I mean, just because it's electronic music doesn't mean that it has to be danced to, and we didn't thought of a dancing kind of event, and it was not like that, and it is not like that. The last piece, it's Detroit techno, which is of course played in clubs, but it has its qualities why it is a Detroit techno, which you can maybe just sit and listen to it in a different way instead of just moving with it subconsciously, which I guess people do, but maybe the most difficult thing is not to move.
Because I noticed you were dancing while you were playing.
I was, because I have to keep in rhythm as well, so that helped me, but for other people maybe it was weird to not move even though you want to move.
Oh, for me it was hard. For me it was hard.
That's a good reaction, we take that.
I think whoever wants to dance should do it. Of course, that's the freedom of the freedom. And if I wouldn't have had the machine issue, probably I would have got up and danced. But I had to really like.
You will
I would have normally. I'm really going out, but yeah, sometimes it happens, sometimes not. You know. So and everyone is free to dance.
Daniela është edhe aktiviste dhe ambientaliste, e cila I integron dy aspektet e saja në projekte të ndryshme. Projekti I arshëm I saj dhe natyrës në këtë aspekt është me dy fotograf të kafshëve të egra, me të cilët shpresojnë me ngrit vetdijen për ndryshimet klimatike. I've read that you started, I think it's a radio show, Dimensions of Being a Human. Is it last April, I think?
Yes.
How is that going? And can you tell us a little bit about that?
I used to have a radio show in Berlin. I was living 10 years in Berlin. Then I moved to Munich, so pandemic. And then during the pandemic, actually I came up with a project and label Dimension of Being Human, where we have also released one piece together, like it's our first song track, let's say, piece, maybe composition. It's called, you remember?
The Journey Within.
Yes.
Meditation something.
Good, because yes. Yeah, exactly. It's electronic meditation. Yeah, so it's a collection of a lot of international respected artists and underground artists, also from Berlin and so on. And yeah, it's actually, it has again like a spiritual parallel to. I'm not a religious person, but Sadhguru, he's a guy from, you know him? Yeah. Well, voila. And the guru is not someone really to follow, it's someone that's opening up the darkness basically to us, to understand life. And so he was speaking about the dimension of being human, and I took the sentence, actually I stole it. Yeah, so sorry Sadhguru, peace. But yeah, and this actually I thought the dimension of being human is like, again, this freedom, of the soul, of the mind, also of the music. And so, yeah, that's also what I do in the radio show. I get really a lot of promos still, from promotion, PR companies, new music coming up, electronic music. And yeah, I want to integrate it and, play a little bit. And now I want to include also a little bit more. I have such a déjà vu right now of a dream. I'm sorry. I was flashed that I lost the light. Exactly this position. I'm like, yeah, and yeah, a little bit interviews I want to integrate. Like music, let's say 70%, and the rest maybe people talking about the climate change in their field. Solutions, especially solutions of activism.
So not just talking about what's wrong, but how to fix it.
I think that's the most important. I mean,
action.
Yeah, it depends. For some people that don't want to understand, maybe have to explain. But I'm tired of explaining. Google, there's like tons of information, or pay us for telling. No, I'm kidding, but yeah.
So I need to ask, what's next for you guys?
We are planning something together to play, but we have to still specify some things. We want to definitely play in Germany as well, and yeah.
In the States, in France, Belgium.
Yeah, and try to be as present as we can.
Well, I hope you were wonderful tonight, so thank you so much for the music and for this interview, and I hope I see you again.
Thank you so much.
You are so lovely.
Thank you. Yeah, very lovely.
Si një krijues dhe adhurues i muzikës, çfarë është mendimi ju, si kaluat ju sonte?
Ishte një befasi dhe një performancë koncert shumë i bukur. Edhe me Natyrën fakte një, edhe këmë bashkëpunu me Natyrën dhe më erdhi shumë mirë që ka dalë në këtë format të muzikës. Kurse dyshja ishte një dyshje që ishte një tandem i jashtëzakonshëm. Një frymë e re krejtë në muzikë me elementet muzikës autoktone, që i shkonte shumë muzikës elektronike me edhe muzikës klasike shumë. Kështu që në aspektin profesional pëlqej se ishin dy profesionistët cilat nuk ka koment që pat ndoj kritik negative për me thonë. Një performancë jashtëzakonisht profesionale dhe një muzikë që herë qënte momente emocionale cilat prekte shumë emocionet e njerëzit. Tjetra qënte në për festivale dhe në për klubat muzikës elektronike, kështu që veçanta tjetër që më buni përshtypje ke që kanë fut elementet muzikës tonë shqiptare.
Si kaluat sonte ju?
Mirë, shumë mirë.
Kjo ka qenë hera e parë me dëgju kësaj lloj muzike?
Po definitivisht po hera e parë. Hera e parë edhe ishte shumë interesante, po. Prit ndryshe diçka.
E re, me si
Po diçka e re, diçka çka shumë erdhi interesant, gëshetoi ritmi, domethënë ritmi me njëherë me melodinë, ritmi që domethënë krejt domethënë një ritëm që jemi ne mësu me ndi krejt ndryshe ishte melodia. E që kjo ka çka shumë e re dhe shumë interesante, po.
Si ju ka shti me undi?
Mundi. Me të vërtet shumë mujnë me thonë që mix ndjenjash, sa diçka shumë dëshpruese, sa shumë e gëzueshme, sa ashtu krejt mikse.
Damfesti përfundon më 7 prill 2023.